So how you I figured out how to actively cast spells. But it's a bunch of malarkey. I mean, you guys are not gonna believe it anyways. So basically, like when you look at the grimoires and stuff, especially Solomon's grimoire, you see all these seals and sigils, like all these circles. And basically, what it has to do with the degrees of your eye. So like you'll see two circles usually. You'll see the center circle, and then the circle outside the center circle, and then the circle to finish it off, to close it. And if you look at your eyeball, right, you have the exact same thing. You got two circles, right? And then depending on the degrees of where your pupil is dilated, depends on where that third circle is gonna be at. You know what I'm saying? So it all has to do with your visual prowess. Now, also look at where the verses and the versals are placed. They're placed on the outside of the circle, of the main circle, inside the border of the outside circle and the inner circle. And I realized, like, when I look at someone directly, I don't really know if I should be saying all this shit, but we'll see what happens, you know what I'm saying? The powers that be have a problem with me, like, you know, letting people know what's going on. I mean, I guess they'll shut me down, but basically what you'll do is you'll look at someone, right? And you'll say the spell in your mind, whatever spell that you have in your mind, right? And it won't really affect that person, especially when I look at people, like, for the first time, when I look at them and I grab their attention, they kind of get, like, they kind of start to get weak, kind of. Like, they start to, like, you know, like, you can tell their demeanor changed into a demeanor to where they're more readily willing to submit to suggestion, verbal suggestion. So what you have to do is you have to look at them, you have to chant the spell in your head. Now, usually what happens is the spell isn't even directed straight at them. It's like, it has like this cone projection. So like the further out the person is from you, the more dispersed the spell is, kind of. Kind of think of it like a wave, like a frequency. Kind of think of it like, you know, like sound or light. When the light is close, when you're close to the wall and you shine the light, it's a small circle. When you are far away from the wall and you shine the light, it's a big circle. So if you're far away from someone, you could be looking at them, but the spell isn't going to be so concentrated. You know what I'm saying? You need their attention. You need their, like, you know what I'm saying? It works better when you're casting spells face to face, actively in an active conversation, to where they're unaware of it, to where only their subconscious picks up on it, because your subconscious doesn't know the difference between right and wrong, good and bad. It just takes whatever it takes for what it takes it for. You know what I'm saying? It's not really gonna save you at the end of the day. You have to be consciously aware in order to deflect certain things. In order to deflect certain things, you need to be consciously aware. I'm going to repeat that again. In order to deflect spells, you need to be conscious and aware that the spell is being casted the moment it is being casted. Or else it's not going to work. You'll be walking around here fucking having a shitty day and not even know why. You know? So you can really do that to people. So think of it like light. Your eyes project a certain frequency that you can't really see. Okay? Everyone knows this. You look at someone, you grab their attention. You look away from someone, you let them go. You know what I'm saying? And depending on how far away the person is from you, depends on whether that spell you casted is going to actually enter into their psyche 100% like it's supposed to, or not. You know, they could get like they could get like a piece of it. See what I'm saying? They could get a piece of the rundown. Maybe there's someone talking over there under their breath, and they're hearing that a little bit louder than what they're hearing you say in your head. And plus everyone has their own filter. Like, everyone's walking around looking for something, and everyone has a different filter. So you could be saying something to someone and they not catch everything because they're how do you call it? Selective hearing. They have selective hearing. So all it is the spell and the sigils and the pinnacles and the versals. All it is psychological warfare, guys. That's all it is psychological warfare at the highest degree. Like advanced psychological warfare. So like for all of you psychology majors and shit like that, like You guys know this shit is true. You say things enough times, you're gonna believe it at a subconscious level. And your subconscious is what you're founded on. That thing never stops working, and it's super powerful. It knows everything, even shit you're not aware of that you know it, because your subconscious caught it. So just be aware of that shit, guys. Active spell casting is real. So be careful who prays over you. Be careful who you let into your inner circle, because you know I'm doing this shit. I mean, I'm doing this shit, bro. Like, okay, like let me give you an example. The other day I was working with the old man. We were spraying grass and stuff like that. And I'm telling the car, you know, there's no one around. You know, I'm not like an evil person or whatever like that. I just want to see if it works. Hey, you know, don't get mad at me. I just want to see if the shit works. All right. So I'm like, you know, let me imagine a steering wheel, right? And let me imagine someone's white hands, because most of the people driving around are white, grabbing it and let them shake the steering wheel like this, like shake it like this. And I named the spell Wiggles. So I was like, okay, when I say Wiggles and I imagine this, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna wiggle the steering wheel. They're gonna wiggle the steering wheel side left to right. And I also did a spell that said, okay, they think they're hitting the brakes, but really they hit the gas. Now here's the thing about active spellcasting in your subconscious. Like I said, it doesn't know how to filter the shit to make it make sense. So it's gonna take whatever you give it. Okay? So your intention is to control, right? This is exactly what happened. Your intention is to control. Your intention is to catch the attention of the other person so they can be controlled, right? The Illuminati, that's what they're good at. They got the whole world under their fucking control. But anyways, this is for another day. So look, what you want to do is you want to use your intention and get someone's attention to control them so that they're under your control. And then I win. They got everyone in here wearing Nike. You see what I'm saying? He's being controlled. He's wearing Vans, he's being controlled. See what I'm saying? He's wearing everything that they're wearing, someone told them to wear it. They said, bitch, this is what you're wearing. And they didn't even think twice about it because it's so subliminal. It's not even funny. Like, they're not even like gonna get offended by that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's subliminal as hell. Now they get to keep all their money, and their hardworking tax dollars go to them because they told you to wear a piece of shoe that you could make yourself. What the fuck? You can make that shit yourself, dude. Like, especially now, better, easier than ever. All you need is a 3D printer. Like, come on, bro. If you're that fucking lazy. But and they use media and stuff like that too. They tell you certain things. They get you to watch certain shit. It's just everywhere, man. Look, man, the rich elite people know how to use psychological control, okay? Point blank, period. So if you take advantage of this shit, you will also be ahead of the game. Socially, you'll have a social edge. You know what I'm saying? You'll get the girl that's over there in the corner of the room that everyone wants to get but can't get her, and you'll get her without even trying. See what I'm saying? Like, you'll get her without even like making a first move. She'll already be into you because of your social selection. Number two, the way you use your attention and the way you use your intention. So that's all it is. It's select. Who do you select?
Get off that shit now,
okay?
Bro.
Who do you select? Okay? What is your intention? And do you have their attention? That's all it is. The Holy Trinity, my friend. It always comes in threes. The 33-degree Masons, freaking Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Like, bro, prayer and fasting and meditation. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's all about the three frequency, you know? Mind, body, spirit. Like, come on. So, anyways, so this is what you have to do. So, you gotta look at the person, and you have to have a laser sharp focus. You can't see anything else around you. Basically have like tunnel vision, okay? Once you can get to that point, and I'm talking to all the mages, all the spellcasters, all the wizards, all the warlocks, you know, out there that really can't really get it right, 100% right, but they know they're doing something, but they can't control it. That's the phase I'm going through right now. I know I can do something, but it's not like something I can like actually wield like a tool. Like, I want to wield it. Like, I want to use that shit the way I want to use it. I'm figuring it out little by little. And yeah, that's what I figured out so far. So like, look at one person, right? And this is what happened at the Ford dealership. I digress right here. So I'm looking at one car, and I tell the car, you know, do the wiggles. It doesn't do any wiggles. The next car behind it does the wiggles. And the bitch was scared. She didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was like, oh, okay. All right, that's that. And then I told the person that was gonna stop behind the moped I said, you think you're hitting the brakes, but you're really hitting the gas. They didn't do anything. They just stopped behind the moped. Now the person that was behind them, in my peripheral, I saw that person stop and then go real hard. Why'd they stop in the middle of the street and then go real hard? That shit confused me because I was like, oh, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to that person. I was talking to the person I'm directly looking at. See what I'm saying? But it was such a far-casted spell that, like I said, it's like a beam. It's like a frequency. I don't know if it's a frequency, some type of like light. Something's being shot, all right? And the closer you are to the wall, the smaller the circumference of the circle. The further away you are from the wall, and the wall meaning your target, the bigger the circle. So you get less of an effect. You might affect things around you, not the thing that you're trying to affect. Okay? Because in the center there's peace. There's peace in the eye of the storm. Think about your mind like a storm. Okay? For all you wizards and spellcasters, you guys, we love to do this shit. We love to put metaphorical spins on things, you know, so people can't really figure out what we're talking about, you know. Christ. We love doing this shit. Walking on water. We love this shit, right? So, think of it like your mind is a storm. Okay? Now, there's peace in the eye of the storm. There's nothing going on there. That's that small, still voice. That's God. We all know this. He's the one that, you know, controls everything that's going on around you, right? Your analytical mind, right? So, the further away you go, the less intense the stare. Everyone knows this. The further away the person is that's looking at you, the less intense the stare. You can't feel them staring at you. They probably don't even care. Why? Because they're not grabbing your attention. You're not feeling their attention strongly. It's not concentrated. So your job as a spellcaster, as a mage, as a person, as a being of light, right, is to have a focused concentration, a concentrated focus. I'm talking like laser sharp focus. Once you can acquire laser sharp focus in your mind through your eye, your spells will like hit the target. Whatever you look at, you know, I strongly believe, because matter is also aware that you can perceive it. Like matter is actually like sensing that you're looking at it always. This is scientifically proven. You know, I haven't looked into it that deeply, but these scientists have. You know, these scientists, they've spent their whole fucking life in a microscope, in a lab, figuring this shit out. And they're like, okay, well, matter is aware when we're looking at it. Why the fuck? What? For what reason? It's waiting for you to give it a fucking command. Duh. Why are you looking at me? I'm just matter. I'm here for you to mold. You know what I'm saying? We got beasts over all the everything, bro. God gave us dominion over everything. And we're looking at a lion. The lion's like, why the fuck are you looking at me? What'd I do? What did I do? And he's gonna run. You see what I'm saying? Like, that lion can maul you, bro. But the lion's gonna run from you. Why? Because we have powers. We have fucking powers. The animals know we have powers. You know, a big ass beast is smart enough to run from a human, and the human's naked. Come on, man. Come on. Something ain't adding up, bro. It's in their DNA. They're like, okay, this motherfucker has powers, man, and he's looking at me. I don't want the smoke. See what I'm saying? I don't want the smoke. And it runs away. So look into it, man. Look into it. So yeah, for all you spellcasters and mages and warlocks and shit, that's what it is. You just gotta sharpen your focus. Sharpen your focus. Sharpen your concentration. Because in meditation is a good way to get that peace back, so that you can, you know, hone in easier. It's easier to hone in once you have peace in the eye of the storm. Because here's another thing too. This is where meditation comes in, where people fall short, especially those of you that have a grimoire, have a spell book, and don't know what's going on. Like, shit activates 3 days later. Like, come on, bro. I don't got a whole fucking 3 days to wait for this fucking shit to activate. Like, I mean, if you like that, bro, and if you like that, you know, and you're one of them, man. I guess you're just like that, bro. You know, you've been waiting until the hour of Tafrak and on the day of Saturn, and You know what I'm saying? And you already gave homage to the archangel that's over the hour and the planet, and it's all timed, and it's gonna take 3 days for it to activate at that minute, and then you're there, and I don't know. But if you're not like that, bro, and you don't want to like, you're not a, how do you call it? Because I mean that works. You can always set up a trap. You can always lay traps and shit. That works. But if you want it to have like, if you want to have real control over your mind and other people's mind as well, you want to hone in that focus, like I said, that visual focus. When you look at something, that should be all you see. It should be all you fucking see. Don't let anyone try to tell you different, bro. When you look at something, you don't see nothing else. You don't see nothing else. And whatever you're looking at becomes subject to your will. Once you get to that point. Because if you're spreading yourself thin, you have no power. You're spreading yourself too thin. You're focused on everything at once. So where's your power? You're stretched out all over the place. You can't do shit. That's not a focused laser. The more you focus a beam of light, it starts to burn things. Things start to happen. See what I'm saying? The stronger the laser, the smaller the circumference of the light hitting the object. With that amount of power pushing through it, the same amount of power pushing through it. If the dot is smaller, it will burn. It will burn through. So you have to have a laser sharp focus on everything that you do. And try to meditate, because like I said, it has to be peace in the eye of that storm, or else you're not going to be able to do shit, bro. You got like 3 heads sitting on your throne, and you don't even know that 2 of the heads are talking for you 50% of the time. For you. But against you. Like, not like for you, like, oh, I'm talking on your behalf. Like, no. Talking in your stead. So it might not even have been a decision you wanted, but it's a decision that was made because you're letting multiple deities run the show. You know what I'm saying? Where are you at? Who are you? Where's your soul? Where's your spirit? Where's that voice? Do you know him? Do you know him? See what I'm saying? So if you don't know him, then hey, you're just headed for destruction. And you don't even know it. So you gotta meditate. And when you meditate, you'll start to hear all the different voices and all the different feelings and emotions come and go, and you might even remember things from your past that kind of unsettling. Maybe you haven't dealt with them all the way, and just sit there and just meditate, and then you'll get to a point to where there'll be complete and total silence, and you might have to struggle with a few voices, man. Like you know how we love to paint things so that people get scared. You gotta wrestle some demons, man. Got some demons in there, okay? But there's nothing to be scared about. Demons can't really do anything. It's your own fucking psychological, burnouts that you have to fix in your neuroplasticity. You got blockages in your neural pathways, and you have to do the work to untangle your mind. Okay, that's what a demon is. It's a tangling of the mind. You got a knot somewhere. Something's conflicting over here. There's a little confliction over here where you can't really make up your mind in that area. So you don't have power in that realm because nothing is under your control. It develops a mind of its own, then it becomes a voice. And now you're bipolar schizophrenic, and then they'll give you a pill that chemically alters your brain. See what I'm saying? And then it cures you for a time being. As long as you're on that medication, you're cured. But that's a pussy way out. Just face the demons. Just face the demons. Go in there, fucking go in a dark room, and if you gotta scratch your eyeballs out, do it. Now at that point you really need help though. You can need some real help. But 9 times out of 10, bro, you can do it on your own. You and Christ, or the Christ in you will be able to handle it. Just give everything to him, however you want to look at it. Because I understand humans are very flawed, bro. What makes up the individual's personality is a bunch of individual personalities put together in one. So everyone's full of shit at the end of the day. Everyone's full of shit, man. There's nothing that originated from that person originally. It's a sad cold truth. Everyone on this planet got something from someone else. The way they talk, the way they walk, the way they blink even, the way they blow their nose, if they say excuse me or not, if they feel like it's okay to pass gas in front of people or not. You know what I'm saying? It all came on, okay, who was around them when they were growing up. You know what I'm saying? So it's a bunch of different personalities make up your individual personality. And these are your demons. So if you have one rogue personality that just don't want to get with the program, you could call that a demon, right? Okay. And then you have all these freaking demons in you that you can use to your advantage. Right? Yes, you do. Now, it's not a bad thing. You know, you can use demons for good, you can use demons for bad. Are demons good? No. You don't need it. You don't need it. You don't need a personality. Who needs a personality? Really think about it. No one. That's not going to save you, bro. It's not. What's going to save you is your attention and your focus. Your will, your intention, and your focus. That's what's going to save you. Not your personality. No one cares how you say it. Can he do it or not? Yes or no? That's what really matters. On or off. How it turns on is very, very, very... doesn't even matter, bro. Oh, it turns on this way and turns off this way. Well, it's off now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't fucking matter, bro. At the end of the day, you know, that's how you want to operate, all crazy like that, be my guest. But if you want peace, and you want power, and you want results, you gotta meditate. And you gotta focus. Right? When you're not meditating, everything you look at should be the only thing you see. It's okay. It's okay. Your monkey brain will keep you safe enough, trust me. Your insect brain will keep you safe enough. If someone like tries to smack me, right? Like gets up and tries to smack me, my insect brain is gonna move out the way. It's called reflex. Everyone has it. If water gets thrown on me, I'm gonna do that. You know, I'm gonna close my eyes and move my head. That's reflex. You know, you don't have to always be aware of every physical thing that's going around you, because that's how you give yourself away to Satan. That's what Satan wants you to do. He wants you to spread yourself thin so that you have no power. Oh, he can only see this. He can't see this. He's stupid. And everyone's going to be trying to get you to focus on this. And then you find yourself having to focus on everyone at once just to fucking feel normal. And then you realize you're not making an impact on anything. You're not. You're just getting old. People are just siphoning off of your fucking energy, off of your soul energy. You know, fuck them. Fuck them. They don't exist. That's how you have to be, man. If you're not like this and you're trying to cast spells and you're finding trouble doing so, this is the reason why. It's because you don't know how to focus on one thing and one thing only. You got too much stuff flying around in your brain. Even when you think you can focus on one thing and one thing only, in the eye of the storm, who's your company in the eye of the storm? It should only be you and God. It should only be Christ and the Father. That's it. If there's anyone else in there, something's wrong. See what I'm saying? Something's wrong. It should be the only two people in there is you and God. Well, you and you know, for those of you who actually like study etymology and stuff like that, you don't want to say God too loosely, because that actually means, you know, a specific God. But we know who we're talking about. Zero. I'll just say that. We know who we're talking about. If you're into the occult science and stuff like that, you know who he is. Should only be zero and you. That's it. If there's anyone else in the eye of the storm, man, that's not zero. You know what I'm saying? That's not the small, still voice. That's not the calm. So, 24 minutes. We'll make this about a 30-minute long video. Yeah, that's what I'm going through right now. Like, my spell is hitting the people in my peripheral vicinity. Nah, the center. I guess my center is too big. You know, my how do you call it? My peace hole. My zero is too grand. Everyone's in my shit because it's too big. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's supposed to be like this, like that. My shit is like feet, like talking meters, bro. Meters wide. I don't need all that shit. I don't need all that. So once you're able to narrow it back down, and that's another thing too. If you're a anointed one, we're just gonna say anointed one, and you have anointing and stuff like that, and you have like powers and stuff like X-Men, then and you're going through what I'm going through, it's just gonna take time for you to control it, to bring it in. Because that's all it is, really. You gotta bring it in. That's how life works, you know. It's like, oh, I'm dry. This plant's dry, right? This plant hasn't got no water. It's gotta bring in water, you know. And the water really is just your soul, man. It is. It's your soul. And the more you bring everything in, the more power you have. So you have to focus on the self. You have to be selfish. Don't let anyone tell you that you focusing on yourself is a bad thing. You know? And anything that happens, it's a good thing. So like focusing on yourself, don't be like mean to yourself, you know? Don't be mean to yourself. Don't be rude to yourself. Don't be mean to yourself. Just be kind to yourself, but focus on yourself, okay? Get all the extra voices out of your way and learn how to concentrate your focus of attention before you cast a spell. And you should actually hear the thing you're trying to cast, like the spell you're trying to cast in your head. If it comes with an image, hold the image strong, but only see what's in front of you, okay? And then your spell will be instantly casted. Because I'm talking, this isn't even taking minutes for me to initiate, but it's not happening at the person I'm targeting. It's happening to the person that's close. So if you guys have any input on that, on what I had to say, and can give me any tips and pointers and stuff like that, tell me something I don't know, shit. Shoot, boy. Souls Eye View, we out.